Hi everyone, welcome to American Corner's Core Values. I'm Rosie from Ad America. With me, we have special guests from Ambon, Ibu
Ambon.
and Miss Ingrid.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Miss Ingrid from American Corner Universitas Patimura in Ambon.
Yeah, great. And then we have with us Miss Stella.
Hello everyone, my name is Stella Francisca from American Corner Pontianak.
And Miss Mariska, please.
Hi, my name is Mariska Intansari. I go by Mars. I'm from Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, the American corner of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta.
Great. Thank you so much, ladies. It's an honor to have you here. Well, the topic for today, what we're going to discuss is building sustainable community partnership with American Spaces. And you lead so many programs in your wonderful American Corners. Tell us about what are the key factors in creating, maintaining effective partnerships between American Spaces and local experts, and how do these collaboration contribute to sustainable community development? Maybe we start with you, Ms. Ingrid.
I think the first one we have to do needs analysis. So we have to know what we need, or even we try to integrate with 6 pillars from American Space, and then after we got the things that we need, then we try to search for several communities that can match our the target the goals that we want to have. So then we start building communication with them. So I think that's the beginning of
All
everything.
right, so the analysis is
Yes,
important. And
yes.
what about you, Ms. Stella, like the key factor?
Yeah, I think the same thing. We need to feel what we need to improve, improve the condition. Because the most important, we would like to empower what the condition right now. So this is something that we really, happy with the partnership that we have from Tanjung Pura University and U.S. Embassy because it brings many kinds of great activities, and we would like to improve the condition before the partnership happen, and it will be quite great. Conditions difference after that?
Well, finding ways to improve with partnerships.
Yes.
So reviewing, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's a good key factor. So what about you, Ms. Mariska?
Well, I actually agree with both Miss Ingrid and Miss Stella. The first thing to consider is the needs. Yeah, of course, we have to have the needs analysis to find what we need and what kind of partnership we also need to have, and then to see the audience, who our
Yes.
audience will be, so that we try to find the match between the partners that we collaborating with, and also the audience that we're going to have
So-
at the corner.
Really like, like knowing your partners like well so that you can match it, yeah, with your
Right,
programs.
and then also need your knowing the audience better.
Right. Great. So that comes to my next question. So from these factors, like, can you share the key success stories, like, of skills development program that was particularly successful due to strong community partnerships, and what were the key elements that made it work? Maybe start with you, Miss Mars.
Okay, can you say that again?
Oh,
I
all right.
mean,
So the key success story of,
all
just
right.
like we of your program, right? Just giving example. And
Give
due to
example of
strong,
one of
strong
our
community.
partnerships.
Yes.
Okay, so well, I think we have done this quite a long time ago. We have partnership with Yogyakarta English Teachers Association, where we can create a lot of workshops related to English teachings and learnings, and it kind of getting stronger because we do need to have partnerships to build good programs, and they also need to have
So mutually, yeah.
yeah, so
engage.
we have mutual
Yeah. That's a key element.
Yeah,
All
mutual
right, in the
benefits.
English program. And please share what about the experience, a key successful story, like like, and the element that involved in Pontianak, please.
You know, one thing for sure with these kinds of collaboration and partnership, we really we are very happy because one thing for sure that in Tanjung Priok University, youth is one of the great aspects that we would like to improve in the future. Because as you know, we are in the university setting. And one thing for sure, by having these kinds of collaboration, we would like to make the youth have their own power to bring, to level up their position and condition.
Okay.
But one thing for sure that having an first-hand informations about study in U.S., information in U.S., and then improve their knowledge about climate change, about health, about economic entrepreneur, and of course, English language learning. You know, we're really happy to see more visitors from not only from our university but from surrounding university in West Kalimantan coming to the corners, having more and more informations, not only important for Tanjung Priok University students, but also for the people surround. And at the end, it's bring more motivations. Yeah, we are as to witness more youth coming and to see the motivated faces, and they really want to scale up their not only knowledge but also skill building. And now we are happy to witness again more opportunities for an exchange for Wisely, right? And then exchange for U grade. We have Untan right now in the corner. We have two are going to States in September for Wisely and also for U grade.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and
these
more
are the
people.
key elements then, yeah?
Yes.
So like empowering youth and then building like the program that's desired by the youth and that
Yes.
can impact not just them but also the surroundings, the community. That is like the
And to see that
Yeah.
they scale up their ability, we're very happy to witness that.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Great story.
Agree, agree.
So yeah, what about in Ambon? Is there some similarities you find, or in your programs? I mean, you mentioned that there's several programs that very powerful highlighted. So please, Ms.
I
Ingrid.
do agree with Miss Mariska and also Miss Stella that collaborating with many partners, and especially when we bring the American values there as the core values and how we engage them to like think and also even go travel to United States is very important. But one thing that for sure as American Corner we have to be very adaptive with the local needs. Like understanding, like even I believe that in Yogyakarta, in Pontianak, we have kind of like different local context need. So then when we understand and we try to adapt with what we need now and then what we can do now, I guess we can bring more, I think, partnerships. And then, for example, in Ambon, we are very, we try to empower the environmental, we try to engage with more environmental issues, like we are living near the coastline, and then the weather's changing a lot. So I guess like trying to bring more stakeholders like government, schools, and also even local farmers. They collaborate with us, and we bring more speakers from overseas, even local speakers, local resources. We try to engage with them, and I guess like in our all American corners we have the facilities, right? So even bring your space there, bring your facilities there, and just be the hub for the partners.
I think
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's one of the key success.
So it's like this, knowing your audience, knowing your partners,
Yes.
and then their desire to mutually help each
Yes.
other.
Yes.
And then the youth also that empower them to,
Yes.
to be in this program, as well as like knowing what the local needs are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So in all this aspect that you just mentioned, like what are the main common challenges? Like, you know, like each place is different, like you're located in the east, in the central, and then here in the west. So yeah, maybe you should just share like whatever, who want to start? Yes.
I mean, can I start?
Yes.
Like the
Challenges.
resistance, like every time people, like we say that we are from American Corner, people thought that we bring a lot of money, like literally a bag of money, and then coming and then offer them. that's not actually going to happen. So the thing is like I guess like exposure and promotions about our American Corner and what we can do beyond financial aspect. That's something that I guess we have to do to break the challenges or at least to make people understand about it. And then also I guess like exploring more programs with us. Like people always thought that okay, you guys are going to teach us English. Okay, that's one of the things that we can do. Like we can do more than that. Like now we have the esport, and then I guess like esport can bring inclusion there. Esport can bring like technology there. So exploring like more activities and medias and also partners, that's also important.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Now, ladies, unfortunately, time is very short. This conversation is so great. I would love to have more. And so, just say, like, a few words, like, if you want to say, like, the impact of this partnership to the community and the feedback from, like, like, so the audience can learn, like, so all this engagement you do. So, maybe we start with you, Miss Stella, yeah? The impact, yes.
Yeah, so again, that we are very happy that we started the partnership in 2012 and it runs until now. And more people coming to the States through the different platform of YCLI, UGrade, IVLP, and even Masters and Doctor.
So it's not just one-off and then it impacts them like, for the whole
it
life.
impacts a lot. And one thing for sure, for those of you who are in the Kalimantan area, so we are in Tanjung Pura University, American Corner, ready to serve. If you need more information about study in US or maybe you want to study English with us and having more collaborative work about climate change and entrepreneur or even about another things that come to our corners. Let's just like our motto, together we can do more.
Correct. Yeah, ladies, thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you.
Miss Mark, do you have anything like you want to say, like as a wrap up, like for this conversation, like sustainable partnership? Yeah, just a few words.
Okay,
please.
it's very honor for us to have a collaboration with the U.S. Embassy for having the American Corner at the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. As Miss Stella and also Miss Ingrid mentioned, that we have a lot of benefits, especially in bringing more people to the United States through some of our programs, like socialization on some scholarship that are offered from the U.S. government, and also a lot of other programs like both of them also
YCLI
mentioned
exchange,
YCLI exchange program, and not only about scholarship and also what is it
Well,
English program, but we
yes.
also have entrepreneur and also mental health. Currently, we are dealing with mental health problems
So,
and we are trying to cope that also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
thank you so much for this wonderful wrap up. So that's it from us here, American Corners in Surabaya, in Unair. And so we just want to thank everyone for watching us. And please continue to support us. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.